Hey everybody, Melissa Hall-Klepacki here. Wanted to share some of the top tips I give to my constipated clients about hydration. If you have visited a primary care physician and you've been constipated, one of the things they've probably told you is to drink more water. And while that is helpful for people whose root cause of constipation is lack of water, simply drinking more water won't, number one, hydrate you necessarily, and number two, cure your constipation if that's not your root cause. So when we talk about drinking water, the first thing I talk about with all my clients is to really pay attention to the source of your water. Tap water, unfortunately, is no longer considered safe. I encourage you to go to the website ewg.org/tapwater, where you can check out your water company and take a detailed look at what's actually in your tap water. If you have a well, I highly encourage you to get your well water tested yearly. It is a few $100s, correct, but if your well water is clean, you won't have to pay for any expensive filtering, etc. And if it's not clean, you're going to want to know exactly what's in that so that you can know how to filter it out. Remember, not all filters filter out every chemical or contaminant, right? Carbon filters only get us so far. That filter on your refrigerator or that Brita filter that sits on your counter are really good at getting chlorine out of water. So if you have a smelly tap water, you can smell chlorine, that'll do a good job, but it's certainly not going to get out bacteria, it's not going to get out radiation, it's not going to get, most of them are not going to get out PFOA and PFAS, which are forever chemicals. So for all of my clients, I recommend distilled water. When working on a health program, it's important that you're drinking clean water because my clients are drinking between probably 60 and 80 ounces of water a day. And as you can imagine, if that water was contaminated, that's a lot of contaminants daily. By drinking distilled water, you are guaranteed that the only thing in your water is hydrogen and oxygen molecules. There are no contaminants left. If you're not aware, distilled water is captured when they boil water and collect the steam vapor. Everything else falls to the bottom in a distiller. I have one here in my house, and I can tell you that it has a big pot where the steam collects up top and then goes down into a holding tank, and the leftover almost looks like shale or rock or cement. We have to clean that tank out about every 2 to 3 months, and it's a process. But I'm so thrilled every time I do it because I'm aware that I'm not drinking whatever that stuff is. So that's the first tip about water. If you don't have distilled water, you can buy it for 99 cents at the grocery store per gallon. If you don't have a distiller, you can look on Amazon.com. There are some distillers. MyPureWater.com is where I got my distiller. You can use the code GOOD, G-U-U-D, to save 5%. But there's plenty of places that you can acquire a distiller. Second best choice for water would be a reverse osmosis system. I know a lot of people have those under their sinks. Usually they push to one countertop dispenser. Also a good choice, not quite as clean as distilled water, but really those are your two choices.